$100,000 for Pokemon cards, Microsoft developing for PlayStation, and MoviePass madness coming up on WHHW right now.
Loading snacks.
What it do, snackers and snackers? It's your boy Gage. This is what had happened was. That's WHHW, which is last week's news. We got some things we need to talk about on the pop culture front. Somebody hooked me up.
Number one.
So look, I am not a Pokemon guy. Don't do the Pokemans, don't do the pocket monsters. Not my thing. Jokes?
Yeah.
All you. So somebody just bought a complete set, first edition, 1999 Pokemon cards for $107,000. $107,010. Let me get that extra 10 in there because it counts, right? Because I don't know, the last bid might only been by $10. It might be that real.
Been hot.
I do believe the starting bid was like 12 grand or something like that. Not really all that important. What is important is that Pokemon is a serious thing. And though it's not for me, I understand that millennials, like, Pokemon is that thing where, like, this is the last bit of, like, physical toys before everything went digital. And basically everything that has become the things you want and need and collect are now all in digital form. That's feel about right?
I think that's about fair.
Pokemon's like the last great bastion of a physical collection that wasn't games yet, but then it also was a game, and now it's an even bigger game, and now it's all about who has all the cards. You have some of your old Pokemon
I still
cards?
do. I don't have the full complete original set.
Yeah.
I know I got a first edition Charizard, which probably is the...
Wait, where is it?
That, sir, is the $100,000 question.
Oh, I don't think it's quite that much.
Maybe not that
but
much.
You don't know where it is, you don't have it. Let's just keep it. You know what I mean? I hope you find it one day. You know what I mean? I really do. I hope you find it. I hope you Slack me, or you call me, or you text me and say, I'm going on vacation. I found my Charizard. That's cool. You know what I mean? In the meantime, you got your digital Charizard with you. You keep one of them in your Pokemon Go.
I got my digital Charizard.
Okay, my digital Charizard. That's. I know you don't care, Sin, right?
No.
Not at all. Not even a little bit. Unless it's a straw hat
Pikachu.
Then you get a little. Then we
can talk.
Then it's a thing.
Then it's a conversation.
There's no straw hat Pikachu cards, I don't think.
Nah, so.
So it's not the same.
Nope.
What do y'all think? Like, did you imagine that when we was kids, anything that we had would be worth stuff? You probably would have kept it if you had known.
Yeah. Kept it in better condition.
$100,000 is not a small amount.
No, that's a lot for some Pokemon cards.
Of dollars, for sure. Listen, congratulations to whoever got that set. I'm sure you're gonna resell it for even more. I look forward to catching that news when it happens. Somebody hook me up.
Number two.
So look, in what may or may not be strange news, so Microsoft, the head of first-party studios for Microsoft, whose name is Matt Booty, was having an interview with Game Informer during their podcast. Good podcast, you should check it out if you haven't. They tend to have an interview with somebody at the end of the podcast anyway. And during said podcast, during said interview, he was asked about whether or not Microsoft Game Studios would continue to make games for platforms other than Xbox. And you know what? Maybe? Maybe is the actual answer. But to be a little more precise, what was said was we would look at it basically and see if it makes the right sense for the franchise. Which I think is an interesting answer, right? Because Microsoft is not a stranger to having their game properties on other platforms. When you look at Minecraft, right? Mm-hmm. Which is on everything, basically. When you look at what's Cuphead is now on Switch.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the kind of realm they've been playing with, and many of the studios that they have recently acquired already had games that were in development, and those games were in development for other platforms, not just for Xbox. And so they are not stopping those game studios that they purchased from continuing to make those games and put those out. And so while I think there was a time when we figured, okay, they'll put out these first games they were already working on, and then put the kibosh on it. It's all Microsoft all day. That might not be the case, because if you're a company, you know, who, like, let's say Psychonauts,
Okay.
which has traditionally been available, well, you know, it was an Xbox thing up front,
Right.
but it might make sense now with the sheer number of people who are out there who own other platforms to make it available for other platforms. So I think if the franchise makes sense, does that make sense to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
That they'll say, okay, let's, you know, case by case basis.
Right.
What we think about this will be discussed more in depth on Loading Snacks Weekly, so make sure you tune into that later this week. We're going to dig in a tad deeper. But you let me know what you think in the comments, and then make sure you watch that, and when we get into it, you get into it with us. How about that? Does that sound like a good idea?
Sounds like a plan.
Man, that is a... hook me up.
Number 3.
There was a time when I stood in this very space and I looked at you wonderful people out there and I said, you know what you need to do? You need to get you a MoviePass, because this is way too good to be true. And you know what? It's way too good to be true, because last week, apparently, MoviePass told their employees to change the passwords of their best customers to prevent those customers from being able to log in so that they could see movies. Because apparently MoviePass doesn't have the money to pay for people to go see these movies. There is an issue here. There's a big issue here. Now look, MoviePass was already getting... Let me say this. I think what MoviePass has done for the industry is huge, super important, because now all of the individual theater chains have their own pass of some sort. AMC, Regal, you name it, right? Who just dropped the new one? Was that Regal?
Yep.
Listen, you know, $18 a month, see as many movies as you want, blah, 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 whatever. Like, there are all these companies who actually really tried to force MoviePass out, but then, of course, were forced, because of what MoviePass was doing, to come up with deals like this of their own, which I think are really much better deals for the consumer than the individual buy a ticket for a movie, pay an exorbitant amount, and then get at the concession stand, you know what I'm saying, when you get stuck up a little bit, go ahead, let me get all that you got, so you can, you know, like, it just... I really think that what MoviePass did was great. Unfortunately, I don't think MoviePass is going to survive, because everybody else is doing their own thing. But that's not how you do business. And it's not the first time we've heard stories like this around things happening with MoviePass. And I think maybe the first couple times you let it go like, it's a fledgling company, they had a snafu, there was an issue, things happen. This time, you know, it sounds like some people in the background like, hey, look, man, we can't do this weekend. We ain't, tell them we ain't got it. We can't, you know what I mean? People on their phones like, nah, man, I'm trying to see this.
Yeah.
I'll meet you at the theater as soon as I get my... Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just... Ooh, that's bad business. I'm not feeling that. Look, let me know how you feel about MoviePass at this juncture. Are you a member? Are you still a member? Have you long since quit? Have you moved on? Have you chosen a theater to become? You picked the chain? What'd you pick? You picked Regal? You picked Regal. Is that where you normally?
Frequent, yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I look. But if you decided to do, what do you think is the best deal out there for you and your movies? Let us know in the comments below. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk off that way while y'all do that, and I appreciate you. I do. So I'm gonna think about y'all while I'm going this way. I'm out. Toodles and loos. What it do, snackers and snackettes? Did you like what you just saw? Would you like to help us grow? Here's what you can do. Shoot over to patreon.com/loading snacks, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform of choice. Appreciate you.